Hey guys, it's me, Cupid. I have schizophrenia. Today I wanted to talk about natural ways to treat schizophrenia. Um, while I'm not saying that you should stop taking medications because that is not for me to say, there are alternative treatments that may either work alongside or instead of medication, depending on the person. So don't take this as just a you must do it or this will be better than medication. That is not what I'm saying at all. I do want you guys to be cautious that sometimes people do need medication to help them. So just remember it depends on the person. So let's get into some great ways to treat schizophrenia. So I know I talked about some of these already in a past video. So today I just want to kind of go over some of those and then talk about some new ones that I found as well. I got a mic now. It's being very difficult. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So, one great way to treat schizophrenia is vitamin treatment. So, according to the nonprofit group Food for the Brain, people with schizophrenia often have low blood levels of folic acid or vitamin B9. Taking folic acid supplements may help reduce symptoms. I do take folic acid. I also take B12, B6, and B3. So, 2014 research review notes that other B vitamins, including vitamins B12 and B6, may also be helpful. Several studies have used a combination of these vitamins. The research review also looked at a few small studies that suggested vitamin C and E may be beneficial. Some studies have linked vitamin D deficiency, especially early in life with schizophrenia. It isn't clear whether people who have already been diagnosed benefit from taking the vitamin. I am taking all of those, though. Fish oil supplements. Fish oil is a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids. These nutrients are known to reduce inflammation in your body. Inflammation may play a role in many mental illnesses, including schizophrenia. In a study involving 81 young people at the high risk of schizophrenia, those who took fish oil supplements were less likely to develop the condition. Alright, so glycine. Glycine is a protein building block or an amino acid. It works with glutamine, which aids in brain function. Some studies have found that high doses of glycine may boost the efficiency of antipsychotic drugs used to treat schizophrenia, but there are exceptions. Glycine may actually decrease the effectiveness of the drug clozapine. Glycine may also decrease negative symptoms of schizophrenia like flat affect or depression. Okay, so next is diet management. A gluten-free diet has been found to reduce symptoms of schizophrenia in some studies. However, the benefits were only realized in a specific subgroup of people. Gluten is a component of certain grains, especially wheat. Research on, yes, that one I am actually going to go over later. But different diet managements help. A lot of brain-healthy foods as well. I don't know if you guys know any of those, but I can definitely give them to you if you want. Let's see. Antioxidant vitamins. Researchers have found a positive correlation between superoxide generation and the negative symptoms of schizophrenia, indicating a possible role for oxidative stress in the development of the disease. There are several lines of evidence to support the contribution of oxygen-free radicals in schizophrenia, including increased lipid peroxidation, fatty acids, and alterations in blood levels of antioxidant enzymes. And colleagues, okay, so Higher than normal intake of foods known to have high content of antioxidants, as well as supplements of high antioxidant vitamins, may have some beneficial impact on the incidence and the progression of the disease. Anecdotal evidence suggests as much as 5 to 10% improvement for some individuals. Foods high in antioxidants include blueberries, dried plums, spinach, and strawberries. All right. Next is Sarcosine, or N-Acetylcysteine. One hypothesis of schizophrenia pathology suggests that NMDA receptor NMDA receptor dysfunction, a special kind of glutamate receptor in the brain, may contribute to disordered synapses and brain atrophy, which ultimately result in visible symptoms. Glycine may turn out to be a very beneficial supplement treatment for some people with schizophrenia. In recent Harvard Medical study with consumers who suffer from schizophrenia, it was revealed that patients who received N-methylglycine treatment had significant improvements in their positive, negative, cognitive, and general psychiatric symptoms. This looks very promising, but the research needs to be duplicated with some larger sample of groups. So another one is ashwagandha, or Withania somnifera, has been used as a traditional medicine in India for thousands of years. In a randomized study involving 66 patients, it was more effective than a placebo at reducing the negative and other general symptoms of schizophrenia, as well as patient stress over a 12-week treatment period. Ashwagandha. Okay, so next one. Okay, so another dietary risk factor for symptoms of schizophrenia is poor metabolism of essential fatty acids. 2 fatty acids, Arachidonic acid and DHA, are much lower in patients suffering with schizophrenia and may be increased by some antipsychotics. One possible reason these drugs decrease symptoms. The ketogenic diet for schizophrenia may be one of the most novel ways to treat symptoms of schizophrenia. The keto diet is a low-carbohydrate, high-fat dietary regimen first developed in the 1920s for epilepsy. It's been the subject of both mental illness research and trendy weight loss blogs as of late. Drastically restricting carbohydrates and loading up on fats leads to a bodily process known as ketosis, in which you no longer use glucose as an energy source and instead rely on ketones from the liver. After the brain transitions from using glucose to ketones and ketosis sets in between 1 and 7 days, the brain starts using ketones, which affects the way it operates. So another great way to treat schizophrenia is community-based recovery models. Now, this may not be for everyone. I know for me it's not something that I would want to do, but it may be helpful for some people. Though it may sound impossible to most people, there are low or no medication options for recovery from symptoms of schizophrenia and that rethink the entire idea behind conventional treatments. One such method is known as the Soteria paradigm. Found in the 1970s, Soteria is a community-based recovery model for schizophrenia and related disorders focused on the growth, learning, and development for diagnosed patients. Rather than being seen as patients who need to be fixed or controlled, residents at Soteria houses share tasks and responsibilities with staff members. They are given education about their illness and empowered to learn ways to take their future into their own hands. So some great supplements that would be very helpful for people with schizophrenia. A couple of them that we already talked about: omega-3s, vitamin D. We didn't talk about L-Lysine. I'm going to be putting the words on the screen for every single one of these, just in case people want to know. Of course, we already talked about the B-complex vitamins, vitamin C and E. What we didn't talk about was American ginseng, kind of interesting. Sarcosine, which actually is also called glycine, or and and methylglycine, so we did talk about that. Ginkgo biloba, melatonin, N-Acetylcysteine. Oh, this one's going to be hard to say, sorry. N-Acetylcysteine. Alright, I'm definitely putting that on the screen. D-Alanine, Bacopa Monnieri, and then last one is Choline. So the next thing that is really helpful for people with schizophrenia is exercise. Exercising may be beneficial impact on both physical and mental well-being in people with schizophrenia. Specifically, yoga has been shown to reduce negative symptoms of schizophrenia as well as improve social skills, although it's unclear why this happens with yoga in particular. Traditional Chinese medicine. For over 2,000 years, traditional Chinese medicine has been used to treat mental health problems, including those resembling schizophrenia. In 2005, a Cochrane review has released that found 7 trials observing the impact of TCM on schizophrenia. At the time, the 6 trials using both TCM and traditional antipsychotics showed the strongest results in improving the mental state, overall function, and the number of side effects experienced from antipsychotics. So there was no side effects for people using the traditional Chinese medicine, but they did have side effects with people who did use antipsychotics. Sorry, my brain farted for a minute there. Therapy. Therapy is used in conventional treatment of schizophrenia. However, it's also a completely natural way to deal with schizophrenia and may be tried as an alternative to medication under proper supervision. The various types of therapy that may be effective for schizophrenia include cognitive behavioral therapy. This psychotherapy focuses on revealing and changing thought patterns and reactions that are unhealthy, therefore altering outward behavior. However, in a Cochrane review, researchers stated trial-based evidence suggests no clear and convincing advantage for cognitive behavioral therapy over other and sometimes much less sophisticated therapies for people with schizophrenia. EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, is a popular psychotherapy used to remove stress and fear association with traumatic memories. EMDR may be particularly effective for people with schizophrenia with PTSD symptoms. Music therapy. In a Cochrane review, researchers found that music therapy helped to improve global state mental state, including negative and general symptoms, social functioning, and quality of life with schizophrenia or schizophrenia-like disorders. Animal-assisted therapy. Even though you guys may not know this, my cat is actually right here in front of you guys. She's sleeping. I think animal therapy is the best, one of the best. A complementary form standard therapy, animal-assisted therapy, incorporates comforting animals into treatment and may help improve social interactions, general well-being, and activities of daily living for individuals with schizophrenia. Morita Therapy. This case-based therapy is a 4-stage progressive process designed to help individuals accept life as is before trying to make major changes. While all results are preliminary, a Cochrane review did find Morita Therapy to be modestly effective in treating schizophrenia. So, that is it for all of the natural ways to treat schizophrenia. Now, I want to go over the positive, negative, and cognitive symptoms of schizophrenia, just so that people have an understanding of what certain things treat. So positive symptoms of schizophrenia. Hallucinations involve a sensory perception of something that isn't actually real. So this is a positive symptom. Delusions. While these are often confused with hallucinations, delusions are strongly held beliefs in something despite evidence to the contrary. The symptom is also present in an obsessive-compulsive disorder. And last but not least, for positive, is thought disorders. Disorganized, illogical speech patterns are one major sign of thought disorders, a symptom characterized by the dysfunctional thinking patterns. All right, and negative symptoms of schizophrenia. Flat affect, also recognized as a symptom of traumatic brain injury, autism, and depression. Flat affect is a lack of emotional expression. Someone with flat affect will feel emotions but not express them outwardly. Yeah, I know that one too well. Reduced pleasure in daily life. Okay. Difficulty with beginning or sustaining activities. Reduced speaking. So those are all the negative symptoms of schizophrenia. Now for the cognitive symptoms of schizophrenia. Poor executive functioning. A mentally healthy person uses executive functioning every day without ever realizing it. However, this process of integrating information and making decisions with that information is much harder for those with schizophrenia. Attention issues is another one. Working memory dysfunction is another one. Similar to the way your computer has a working memory of the information you entered and used in the past several minutes, your brain also has a working memory. People with schizophrenia have trouble using information immediately after learning it. Yeah, my brain doesn't process things correctly. Alright, so those are all of the positive, negative, and cognitive symptoms of schizophrenia so that you may understand in the future what things are treated, what things treat certain symptoms, and what symptoms are. So anyways, I think that is it for me today. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed my video. If there are any questions you guys have, or if there's anything that you would like me to discuss more about, please leave a comment down below. If there's anything that you guys use for your schizophrenia, please leave a comment down below. Other than that, stay wonderful, stay beautiful, stay amazing, stay awesome, stay unique, stay you, and above all else, you guys love yourselves. Peace and love.